third regular session of the 11th Sangguniang Bayan of San Cristobal, Prosperidad del Sur is hereby called to order. I request our Mariana to lead the prayer.
Let us pray. In the name of the Father, and the Son, and the Holy Spirit. Gracious and loving God, as we gather in the Sangguniang Bayan Hall for our third session, we come before you with hearts overflowing with gratitude. Thank you for the opportunity to serve our community and for the leaders and visitors who have joined us today. We ask for your divine guidance as we engage in discussion and decision making. Grant upon leaders and the wisdom to lead with integrity and compassion, and inspire our visitors to share their insight for the betterment of all. May our conversation be fruitful and our intention pure, reflecting the love and unity you desire for us. Bless this session and may it be a time of collaboration, understanding, and growth. Help us to remember the importance of our collective efforts in building a better future for our community. In your everlasting grace, we pray. Amen.
Everyone, the Secretary, Control of the present council members.
Mr. Chair, the Honorable are Honorable Aguilas, Honorable Palalao, Honorable De La Torre, Honorable Fabian, Honorable Musay, Honorable Nakatura, Honorable Mariano, Honorable Berton, and Honorable Labis. There are 10 members present, 1 absent, and no members on official leave.
With 10 members present, 1 absent, and no members on official leave, the Chair declares the presence of a quorum. Majority of leaders.
Mr. Chair, I move to dispense the reading of the previous minutes and consider the same as approved.
There is a motion by the Majority Leader to dispense the reading of the previous minutes and consider the same as approved. Is there any objections or corrections? There being none, the motion of the Majority Leader to dispense the reading of the previous minutes is at this moment approved. Majority Leader.
Mr. Chair, I move to open the privilege R, and I believe the Honorable Makatura wishes to deliver a personal and collective privilege and I move to replace Honorable Makatura.
Yes, Honorable Makatura.
Shukran, Mr. Chair. I want to inform you all about a communication letter from the RDC through the Economic Development Authority. During my recent visit to Manila, I addressed one of our concerns on November 21, 2023, requesting the attention of the Department of Public Works and Highways regarding the transportation issues. On December 4, our Secretary, Ms. Lamadas, notified the RDC about our submitted resolution. This letter was given to us on December 18, prompting me to reiterate our discussions that someone should follow up on the communication. It appears, Mr. Chair, that without proactive follow-up, our concerns are not considered urgent. The expectation now is for the Office of the Mayor to endorse the matter, and subsequently, we need to submit the required documents to further our efforts, Mr. Chair. This is also a concern raised by the Majority Leader, Honorable Verdon, regarding the recent flooding in our locality, especially in the far-flung area. Hence, I am emphasizing the urgency of the matter. Even though, Mr. Chair, it may not proceed to the first reading, we can take action. Let's coordinate with the Mayor so that this issue receives attention from the RDC. Let's plan to attend the RDC meeting this week, Mr. Chair, to address the DPWH directly if possible. That is all, Mr. Chair.
Yes, thank you, Honorable Makatura. May I ask our Secretary if you have received a letter from the RDC?
Mr. Chair, I am asking the Honorable Makatura because I have not received that letter from the RDC.
Mr. Chair, Honorable Bacalao wishes to be recognized.
Honorable Bangalaw is recognized.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. Since I am the chairman of the Committee on Infrastructure, we already have the chairmanship to review this letter coming from the RDC, requesting a copy of the RDC letter so that we can immediately take actions and align our programs.
So you mean you want to schedule a meeting with the concerned departments regarding this matter?
Exactly, Mr. Chair. Because we know we are new to this administration. We must understand what transpired in that letter before we can proceed.
Thank you, Honorable Bangalaw. May I request the proponent, Honorable Makaturak, what's the pleasure of the proponent?
Mr. Chair,
Yes, you may.
Honorable Bangalaw suggested that the said matter must be tackled at the committee level.
Yes, Mr. Chair. Because we are blind to the need for the resolutions of the letter coming from the RDC. Since I am the new chairman of the infrastructure, am I right?
Yes, you are indeed Honorable Bangalaw. I haven't a problem with that, but I must suggest, or we must present this to the executive department and the mayor first. It is essential to clarify again what will happen with our invitation and the requested resolution. I am unsure about the specific body responsible for this, so it might be prudent to clarify this immediately. After that, Honorable Bangalaw, we can inform the executive department about the situation so everyone is informed. I am open to scheduling a committee meeting to discuss this matter. Then, we can decide on the course of action based on the NEDA's preferences.
Yes, we can have it parallel, sir, so that we can refer this to the executive office. Then we can need to know how to solve the problem, Mr. Chair.
Thank you, Honorable Makaturak and Honorable Bangalaw, the majority leader.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. Mr. Chairman, regarding the issue, when we request the Mayor's Office find out the resolution we can receive from the RDC to make an official post with our LCE.
Okay, thank you, majority leader. I believe the presiding officer would like to suggest that perhaps after our session, we can visit our local chief executive to discuss this proposal. This way, in the next session, the local chief executive can send us a letter specifying the requirements needed by our Regional Development Council. We can address this now or during the first reading in the next session. Maybe Honorable Bangalaw is correct. I mean, her suggestion is good. When we endorse this agenda to the mayor, at least here in the Sangguniang, we can have a preliminary discussion. Thank you, Majority Leader.
Mr. Chair, Honorable Fabian wishes to be recognized.
The Honorable Fabian is recognized.
Salamat, Mr. Chair. Thank you, Mr. Chair. Isn't our mayor indeed a Regional Development Council RDC member, Mr. Chair?
Yes, Honorable Fabian.
So what is involved in it?
There is none, Honorable Fabian, because not all mayors are involved in the RDC. Only those specific officers are asked to participate if needed. So not all mayors are required to attend. That's all.
Mr. Chair, you mentioned communicating with the executive department. I would like the communication to be formed as a resolution for official. Thank you, Mr. Chair.
Thank you, Honorable Fabian. The Majority Leader.
Mr. Chair, I move to recognize Honorable Adelgas.
The Honorable Adelgas is recognized.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. Mr. Chair, regarding this matter, I believe government procedures for addressing community problems might take considerable time if submitted directly to the Regional Development Council, which is a higher level organization in the regional bureaucracy. I have in mind, Mr. Chair, first referring this issue to the municipal level, outlining what happened, and then endorsing a copy for the provincial governor and the congressman. And in terms of government funding, it usually comes from the lower levels rather than directly from the national government. So therefore, the concern should be addressed first at the next higher level beyond the municipal government, which is the provincial government and the representative in the House of Representatives. Since funding is needed as well, NEDA may not be able to provide it. Ultimately, through our congressman, the House of Representatives typically provides the necessary financing for government initiatives. That's all, Mr. Chair.
Mr. Chair,
Yes, what's the pleasure of Honorable Makatura?
I would like to reiterate and emphasize that the communication from the regional director is now outdated as Director Remar Galvez is no longer with the regional office. Nevertheless, it is stated here that the RDC is requesting an official endorsement of the resolution from the Honorable Municipal Mayor, duly acknowledging that the proposal is consistent with and supports the local development and land use plans. In other words, Mr. Chair, this is required by the RDC and NEDA. If we can provide the necessary endorsement, our resolution can continue progressing. Based on my experience, Mr. Chair, once the RDC approves it, they facilitate the process, such as with the tile involvement project. We submitted a resolution, Mr. Chair, and the RDC facilitated it to the DPWH regional office and then received the approval and budget allocation. Our role at the regional level, Mr. Chair, is to submit this resolution. Our SD secretary submitted a solution without the mayor's signature. It seems like the resolution was treated as if it passed through the office of the mayor, Mr. Chair, but it wasn't consistent. This communication emphasizes that it should be consistent. Supporting the local development plan and land use plans requires communication from the mayor, Mr. Chair. Our chairperson suggested that we present this to the mayor, Mr. Chair. If possible, we should discuss this with the mayor, acknowledging there may have been a misunderstanding. The situation itself is an infraction because the resolution did not have the mayor's approval or signature, Mr. Chair. It went directly to the RDC. This is correction, and the mayor needs to be informed, Mr. Chair. We need to discuss this with the mayor to clarify the situation. Whatever the mayor suggests, the RDC should know our current status if we need to create another resolution. This matter requires attention, Mr. Chair, and we should engage in a conversation with the mayor so that he is aware that we have sent this resolution to the RDC. And currently, Mr. Chair, it lacks his approval or signature. That's all, Mr. Chair.
Thank you, Honorable Makatura. Madam Secretary, was the mayor who signed the resolution?
Mr. Chair, the local chief executive did not sign the resolution because it originated from the Sangguniang Bayan. The RDC requests confirmation from the local chief executive that it aligns with our local development plan. So it is not necessary for every resolution to go through the mayor. The resolution approved by the mayor was returned to the Sangguniang for correction. So therefore, the local chief executive will not sign it except for appropriation ordinances, IEPs, adoption of IEPs, and other specific ordinances. That's all.
Thank you, Madam Secretary. To clarify, Honorable Makatura, there is no need for the mayor to sign the resolutions because these resolutions originated from us. And it is evident on the RDC's reply that they did not explicitly state that we need an official endorsement from the mayor for our proposal or resolutions, confirming that it aligns with the programs and priorities of our local government. I believe the proponent and the chairman of the Committee on Infrastructure could perhaps spearhead a discussion with the mayor, and we can inform him that we have submitted this resolution to the RDC and that they have replied indicating that they are waiting for the mayor's endorsement for implementation. I think there's no need to pass another resolution for this purpose. Thank you. Majority Leader?
Mr. Chair, Honorable Abultas wanted to be recognized.
Yes, the Honorable Abelgas is
Thank you, Mr. Chair. Mr. Chair, I'd like to ask the proponent if this concern matter is included in the annual investment plan of the municipality. The Sangguniang Bayan approves the annual investment plan and the municipal mayor. If it is already included in the IIP, we recently say in support of that resolution. So, including the marginal letter of the mayor, Mr. Chair. And including this resolution does not necessarily mean passing another resolution for the matter. Thank you, Mr. Chair.
Yes, you are correct, Honorable Abelgas. It is stated in the RDC's reply that we only need official endorsement and there's no need for us to pass another resolution. Thank you. Majority Leader?
Mr. Chair, Honorable Makatura wishes to be recognized again. Mr. Chair.
Yes, the Honorable Makatura is recognized.
Okay, Mr. Chair, may I respond to Honorable Abelgas' concern. It is included in the annual investment program, Mr. Chair.
Yes,
Yes, Honorable Abelgas, it is included in the AIP, but an external source does not entirely fund it. So, responding to this concern at the executive level, Honorable Abelgas, could be easier since it is part of the AIP for 2022.
thank you, Honorable Makatura. The Majority Leader?
Thank you, Mr. Chair. I attended the ENLA in Manila, which pertains to economic development. I want to share what was discussed in our sector. The function of the commercial area in the municipality of San Cristobal, which we aim to grow and expand, will create more business opportunities for our town. We already have malls that are set to be established here. These are the significant investors that can boost our economy. The issue we're facing in San Cristobal is the space limitation due to the mountainous geographical landscape. It hinders the expansion of commercial areas, and the challenge is finding available land because if we expand in San Cristobal, it's already congested. That's why it's crucial to address the expansion issue. Mr. Chair, this was discussed in the ENLA Manila as part of the executive and legislative agenda in our town's progress. We need to be expanded to create a commercial area because San Cristobal itself, when developed, can be a significant retail area. This is a long-term plan, but it is essential to include in the CBD plans. I also want to bring up our metro officers concerned about the climate change. Mr. Chair, we can immediately elevate the road and construct canals in the strategic areas. I believe it's only have it because this is where flooding usually occurs. This will provide a quick solution to prevent flooding in the place. It should be a priority and there should be a long-term plan to build houses along the river. However, if we can include this in the CBD plans, it can be developed as part of the building zone, and we can declare it as a tourism site. We need to include this in our municipal development to globally brand and make San Cristobal competitive. This will be recognized in our region and entire Philippines. That's all, Mr. Chair.
Thank you, Honorable the Majority Leader.
Mr. Chair, perhaps I request that we don't extensively debate these things you are supposed to be present during my reporting. We cannot do much now since the ENLA already included this discussion. That's all, Mr. Chair.
Thank you, Majority Leader. The Chair would like to recognize the active participation of our Majority Leader during our executive and legislative agenda. The programs and projects mentioned in the ELA will likely be incorporated to our plans. The goal of the executive and legislative agenda is to align the legislative body's aspiration with those of our executive department, ensuring that we move in the same direction. Majority Leader, once again, thank you for your active participation during our executive and legislative agenda. And rest assured that our municipal councils, as part of the improvement of our municipality, will collaborate and work together. Thank you so much. Majority Leader.
Mr. Chair, Honorable Bamalao wishes to be recognized.
The Honorable Bamalao is recognized.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. And also thank you for the opening statement of our Majority Leader. However, I would like to inquire about the current agenda. Let's focus on the topic we're currently discussing because our discussions are very abstract. The ad hoc discussions are usually reserved for the privileged part. In our future meeting, let's concentrate the agenda to cover our topics for the day efficiently. Thank you, sir.
Yes, thank you, Honorable Pangalaw, and thank you for your observation. The chair would like to inform the body that we are still in the privileged hour. So if anyone wants to express your concerns or discuss matters outside our agenda, this is the perfect time to address the August body. If there are any privileged speeches, this is the perfect time to use them. Perhaps during the proper agenda. That's all. Majority Leader.
The Chair, Honorable Abelgas, wishes to be recognized.
The Honorable Abelgas is recognized.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. The Honorable Bergon's privileged speech can be addressed by amending the municipal zoning ordinance. This is the most effective way to tackle the multifaceted problems of municipality highlights that require environmental solutions. If the municipal ordinance has not been amended, it is high time to address the municipality's land use. So businesses or buildings should comply with the municipal land use plan without adherence to it. So investors may misinterpret the municipality's land use plan. I would suggest, Mr. Chair, that initiatives of this matter be really addressed so that all the concerns verbalized by Honorable Bergon can be incorporated into the newly amended plan. So, for instance, making a car line and beach site for development is a strategic move, despite its classification as agricultural land. Establishing housing in that area represents an amendment to the municipality's former land use plan, including these updates in our AIP, the annual investment program, will enable us to move forward, Mr. Chair, providing solutions to the current challenges faced by our municipality. That's all.
Thank you, Honorable Abelgas. Our Secretary noted your manifestations. Majority Leader.
Mr. Chair, Honorable Pangalaw wishes to be recognized.
The Honorable Pangalaw is recognized.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. I also align myself with the statement of Honorable Abelgas in planning the executive and legislative agenda. Within our team of councilor, I propose updating or upgrading the ordinance and creating a master plan. This was included in our team discussions and will most likely be Engineer Wong. I am preparing an ordinance to upgrade existing one and incorporate the master plan, outlining the long-term visions for San Cristobal. Thank you, Mr. Chair.
Thank you so much, Honorable Pangalaw. Perhaps it's time this August body to revisit our laws in the municipality, particularly the zoning ordinance and our approved comprehensive land use plan. Maybe in the past years, we assumed the effects of climate change, but we never expected the impacts to be as directed as they are now. If I am not mistaken, Barangay Baybay and some of our coastal barangays consider the proximity to the sea. And we identified low areas prone to storm surges and similar events. Due to the increasing impact of climate change, and with the world's warming, and perhaps fast melting of ice in the north and south poles, this is the effect of climate change that as legislators, we need to consider as we may experience this impact. Even if we cannot fully address and mitigate the significant events of climate change, we can still work on ordinances and resolutions. And in general, as part of the legislative body, we can see policies enacted through ordinances and resolutions to address these various issues in our municipality. Especially for the problems like this, it requires proper and urgent attention. Thank you everyone for your concerns, members of this August body. The Majority Leader.
Mr. Mr. Chair, the last privilege are our current problem persists. The lack of a municipal information and communication office. When we visited Valenzuela, we observed that they have a fully centralized office for the entire city, even if they establish annex halls. The main office is decentralized, allowing them to communicate easily with various departments and barangays. However, Mr. Chair, our municipality lacks decentralized municipal information and communication office, which serve as a control center and is crucial for harnessing technology. Our website is not enhanced in different sectors, such as the central, industrial, and annex sectors. Lack of official website. This situation calls for an urgent need to have an official website for our municipality. To achieve this, it is essential to establish an office, purchase equipment, and plan the integration of various government units. I suggest prioritizing the creation of the Municipal Information and Communication Office and the Tourism Office as they are crucial. A Municipal Information and Communication Office would centralize and facilitate multiple functions, such as job hiring, promoting tourist destinations, and also opposing municipal projects, resolution, as well as population data. Creating an office to manage the website will serve as the control center for our municipality. That's all, Mr. Chair.
Thank you, Majority Leader. Any other privilege speech? Majority Leader?
Mr. Chair, Honorable Mariano wishes to be recognized.
The Honorable Mariano is recognized.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. I rise before you today to express my deepest gratitude and heartfelt appreciation to Vice Mayor Stephanie Bautista Lumama for extending the warm and generous gesture of allowing us to utilize the Manila Sangguniang Session Hall for our parliamentary session, which was a crucial component of our examination process. In a spirit of cooperation and unity, Vice Mayor Stephanie Bautista Lumama graciously opened the doors of this esteemed session hall to accommodate our parliamentary proceedings. This gesture, gracious brother, act not only facilitated the smooth execution of our exam, but also underscored the collaborative spirit that exists our public servant. The significance of this gesture goes beyond the physical space. It reflects a commitment to the principles of the democratic governance and shared dedication to the betterment of our community. By providing us access to this hallowed hall, Vice Mayor Stephanie S. Bautista Lumama has not only supported our academic pursuits, but has also contributed to the development for our future leader, who will in turn serve our community with diligence and integrity. I would like also to acknowledge the cooperating and support extended by the staff and personnel who ensured the seamless functioning of the session hall during our parliamentary session. This professionalism and dedication did not go unnoticed, and we are truly grateful for their efforts. As we reflect upon the experience, let us reminded of the importance of collaboration and unity in our shared mission to serve the public. Through such as act of kindness, support, we strengthen the bonds that ties us together as a public servants and contribute to the greater good of our community. Once again, thank you, Vice Mayor Stephanie S. Bautista, for generosity, and may this collaboration symbolize the harmonious relationship between academic endeavors and the practical aspect of the governance. Together, we can build a brighter and more prosperous future for the people we are honored to serve. I move, Mr. Chair, this August body will hand over a certificate of appreciation and a token of gratitude to the Honorable Vice Mayor Stephanie S. Bautista Lumama. Maraming salamat po.
Thank you so much, Honorable Mariano. Any interpolation?
Mr. Chair, Honorable De La Torre wishes to be recognized.
Yes, the Honorable De La Torre is recognized.
Salamat, Mr. Chair. I stand here today in support of the privileged speech of our colleague to express thanks for that unanimous support and wholehearted endorsement of the sentiment. Express in gratitude towards Vice Mayor Stephanie Esma Bautista Dumama for graciously allowing the use of the Malitas Comunidad Session Hall during our parliamentary session. The seamless coordination and cooperation exhibited by Vice Mayor Stephanie Esma Bautista Dumama and the dedicated staff during our parliamentary session underscored the commitment to facilitating the growth and development of future leaders. Their support contributes to the success of academic endeavors and highlights the significance of bridging the gap between theoretical knowledge and real-world application. As we celebrate this collaborative effort, let us recognize the importance of unity and cooperation in achieving our collective goals. By working together, we can build a stronger foundation for the future, where education and governance intertwine to create a community that thrives on knowledge, understanding, and effective leadership. I echo the sentiments expressed in gratitude and sincerely thank Vice Mayor Stephanie Esma Bautista Dumama for this invaluable support. May this collaboration serve as a shining example of the positive outcomes that result from the harmonious integration of academic pursuits and practical governance. Therefore, Mr. Chair, I second the motion to the motion of Honorable Mariano that this August body will hand over a certificate of appreciation in a token of gratitude to the Honorable Vice Mayor Stephanie Esma Bautista Dumama. That's all.
Thank you, Honorable De La Torre. Any more additions? Okay, there is a motion by Honorable Mariano and duly seconded by Honorable De La Torre that this August body will hand over a certificate of appreciation and a token of gratitude to Honorable Vice Mayor Stephanie Esma Bautista Dumama. Is there any objections? Hearing none, the motion of Honorable Mariano is approved. Majority Leader.
Mr. Chair, Honorable Fabian wishes to be recognized.
The Honorable Fabian is recognized.
Thank you, Mr. Chair, to Campus Lahat. We are blessed and thankful that we have visitors from different department and division master. And to accommodate our visitor from PDO, I am moving to suspend the rule, Mr. Chair. Thank you.
Okay, there is a motion by Honorable Fabian to suspend the rules so that we can accommodate our visitors. As many are in favor of the motion, please raise your hands. Motion is carried. The session is suspended. This chamber is honored to have with us today the following municipal officials and department officials of San Cristobal Prosperidad Resort. Ma'am, sir, kindly raise it. Your name is going to be recognized. Ms. Parcasio and Ms. Pagalaman from the DepEd Division. From our Municipal Planning and Development Office, Ms. Guzman and Ms. Swansea. From our Treasury Office, Mr. Normal. And from our Municipal Assessor, Mr. Cañete. For our San Cristobal District Supervisor, Ms. Anticristo. And San Cristobal Teacher Representative, Ms. Anticristo. Welcome, ma'am, sir. Majority Leader.
Mr. Chair, I am moving to resume the rules. As we continue our business, I will move Mr. Chairman.
The session is now in order. Majority Leader, let's proceed to the first reading and referral. May I request the Majority Leader to read the list?
Okay, Mr. Chair. First item on the first reading, resolution declaring the appointment of Mr. Regan as Municipal Administrator, referred to the Committee on Waste, Means, and Human Resources.
of Mr. Digan as Municipal Assessor. Is he around or is he appealing to the session, Secretary?
Mr. Chair, I did not call him yet, but last session we invited him.
So what does it mean?
He said he was busy during the last session, and I don't know about it now.
Can we try to communicate with the duly appointed Municipal Assessor to attend this session so that Ms. Ombudsman can act on the matter? And as our visitor is not yet around, may we proceed to the committee on report. Majority Leader.
Mr. Chair, we will proceed with the next item on our agenda, the committee report.
Yes, can you read it in our Majority Leader?
Okay, Mr. Chair. The first item under the committee report is the review barangay budget and annual investment plan for calendar year 2024 of the following barangays. Barangay Nueva Esperanza, Barangay San Lucia, Barangay San Miguel, Barangay La Paz, and as well as Barangay San Isidro and Barangay Marica. We will ask the pleasure of the Chair Committee on Finance, the Honorable Mariano.
Yes.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. Since it was 7 months ago, when the barangay is expected to submit their AIP and barangay budget for calendar year 2022 for review, perhaps based on specific rules, we can consider this as approved. Mr. Chair.
Thank you, Honorable Mariano. To conduct a committee hearing as part of the budget process for the barangays, we have been invited department heads to review their respective budgets. Sir, from my perspective, if there are processes in the past councils that were not followed, perhaps it is our time to take action on what is right and rectify what needs to be corrected. If there are any suggestions from us, let's propose them so that any mistakes can be addressed promptly and prevented from recurring. Majority Leader.
Mr. Chair, Honorable Husay wishes to be recognized.
The Honorable Husay is recognized.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. We discussed this in Davao City. That's the situation of Ma'am Saga. Was also present today, Ma'am. Good morning. She was also our speaker that day. So there has been progress in addressing the issues related to preparing this budget because we no longer want it to be revisited due to the identified concerns, Mr. Chair.
Thank you, Honorable Husay.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. I will reiterate the barangay captains that the submission has been added at meeting.
Yes, thank you, Honorable Husay. Majority Leader.
Mr. Chair, Honorable Abelgas wanted to be recognized.
The Honorable Abelgas is recognized.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. Mr. Chair, I understand the concern. According to the local government code, the barangay budgets review is indeed the Sangguniang Bayan's responsibility. The barangay should enact the barangay budget, and the submission for review should be directed to the Sangguniang Bayan. No provision indicates that the barangay budget should pass through other departments. So furthermore, it is crucial to emphasize the importance of timely submission. According to the local government code, the mayor, governor, or barangay captain must submit the proposed budget by October 16 each year. Deliberation should commence within the year, and if no budget is approved for the barangay or municipality, it will automatically be reenacted. And if the budget is submitted after 21st of December, it will be considered reenacted. And communicating this information clearly, Mr. Chair, to all concerned parties to ensure compliance with established procedures and timelines might be met. Thank you, Mr. Chair.
Yes, thank you, Honorable Abelgas.
Mr. Chair.
Yes, Honorable Husay.
Previously, there was no motive in identifying priority programs and activities. So the very conclusion regarding the introduction of coding is new and has caused uncertainty, Mr. Chair.
May I give the floor to our Secretary?
Mr. Chair, I think the issue arises because the barangay is preparing the budget simultaneously with the annual investment program. which is not the correct procedure. The AAP should be prepared beforehand, not concurrently with the budget. The Municipal Planning and Development Coordinator is responsible for reviewing the AIP and should not be reviewed alongside the budget. So this may be the reason, Mr. Chair, for the confusion, as they are being processed together when they should be handled separately. That's all.
Madam Secretary, it would be advisable to inform our barangay captains that the proper process begins with the annual investment program first.
Yes, Mr. Chair, and so I am requesting the budget and local finance committee to organize an orientation on budget preparation. I suggest inviting a representative from the Sangguniang, preferably the SD Secretary, to represent the Sangguniang Bayan, as they are more knowledgeable about the preparation process, including ordinances and memos. So this will shed light on the procedures related to ordinances and budget matters. So, as you pointed out, the AAP should precede the budget and not be processed simultaneously. It is a crucial point that needs to be communicated clearly, and guidance from a Sangguniang representative can help understand the correct sequence. And this way, we can avoid the unnecessary back and forth that has occurred in the past and ensure that the AAP is prioritized before the budget. That's all, Mr. Chair.
You're welcome, Madam Secretary. I'm glad I could assist you. By the way, feel free to reach out if you have questions or further clarification. Best of luck with ABC meetings and make it lead for more streamlined and effective budget preparation process. Thank you for addressing these critical matters and consistently following proper procedure. Thank you.
Yes, I am glad that both of you discussed and clarified the reasons for your project delays during your convention. Thank you for sharing this information with the Sangguniang, and feel free to reach if you have any more discussions or further assistance. The majority floor leader.
Mr. Chair, Honorable Makatura wishes to be recognized.
The Honorable Makatura, please serve.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. Regarding these expertise, Mr. Chair, I would like to suggest that they be given an opportunity for review, especially the barangay of Harika, which has not been represented for many years. It might be worth considering that they perceive the current system as an interest, Mr. Chair. Therefore, if possible, I suggest scheduling a special session for them. However, Mr. Chair, if you finish viewing the barangays this afternoon, I propose scheduling the review for the 6 barangays for the next Monday afternoon. That's all, Mr. Chair.
Thank you, Honorable Makatura. That is duly noted by our SB Secretary. Majority floor leader.
Mr. Chair, go to the item number 2 and ordinance creating the Office of Internal Audit Services. Refer to the Committee on Ways and Means and Committee on Finance. We will give the floor to the proponent of this measure, Honorable Makatura.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. This is still under the request of the local citizen team, and the draft has already been sent to the different SB members. So I suggest, Mr. Chair, a committee meeting be held this afternoon after the regular session. Thank you, Mr. Chair.
Thank you, Honorable Makatura. Majority leader.
Mr. Chair, third item on the list, the request for reconsideration of the proposed ordinance, establishing a municipal nutrition office in the local government unit of San Cristobal. Refer to the Committee on Legal Matters, Committee on Finance, and also Committee on Health, and of course, I would like to give the floor to the proponent of this matter.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. The same thing with the proposed ordinance. I think it's ready, and this has been distributed to different members. So I move that a committee meeting or committee hearing be done this afternoon, after the regular session, after the meeting of Office of the Internal Audit Services, Mr. Chair.
Thank you, Honorable Makaturak. The Majority Leader. The Honorable Babalao is recognized.
Mr. Chair, we have a committee meeting this afternoon regarding the route plan, which I think conflicts with the suggestion of Honorable Makaturak.
Yes, that's correct, Honorable Babalao. However, if the review of the barangay today is completed, the suggestion is to schedule the review for the six barangays next week.
Mr. Chair, okay, the next item on the committee report is the review of Barangay Ordinance number 001-2023. Barangay Revenue Code of Barangay Maharlika, San Cristobal, Prosperidad del Sur. Referred to the Committee on Finance and Committee on Barangay Affairs, said item is still at the committee level. The chair of the Committee on Finance requested that the Barangay Council or any representative from their barangay appear at this office on Monday after the regular session for a committee meeting. Thank you, Mr. Chair. Next item under number 5, a resolution approving the reprogram of 500,000 pesos from tax mapping under the 20% Development Fund of calendar year 2023. And also another 500,000 pesos from the unappropriated balances to Community-Based Monitoring System or the SFMS. Implementation referred to the Committee on Finance. Mr. Chair, I wanted to request for any motion from the Vice Chair of the Committee on Finance for this purpose.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. This morning, thorough deliberation was done in the presence of several resource persons. Since this is a financial character, however, it is a resolution. It should be created as an ordinance. Hence, I move this resolution approving the reprogramming of 500,000 pesos, Mr. Chair, from the tax mapping under the 20% Development Fund of the calendar year 2025. Under 500,000 pesos from the unappropriated balances to the Community-Based Monitoring System, implementation be moved or must be moved for a second reading. Mr. Chair, the floor is yours.
Mr. Chair, Honorable Abelgas wishes to be recognized.
The Honorable Abelgas is recognized.
Mr. Chair, I would like to correct.
Okay, before the Chair approves, we ask first Honorable Abelgas.
Yes, Mr. Chair. Looking now at what transpired this morning, Mr. Chair, together with the department heads, it should be charged to the prior year's budget under the 20% development project. So, 2020-2023, because of the program balance of 600,000, the 500,000 will be utilized for the focus instead, and the remaining 100,000 will be programmed to tax mapping for the current year.
So may we request Honorable Abelgas to rephrase the content of the proposed measure?
Yes, Mr. The solution, Mr. Chair, should be ordered this way. The solution allocating 500,000 from the unappropriated balance of the 20% Development Fund of calendar year 2020-2023 for the CPMS, and the remaining 100,000 balance from the prior year's unappropriated balance of 600,000 be appropriated instead of tax mapping of the current year.
Mr. Chair, can I say something?
Yes, go ahead.
Instead of a resolution, it could be a supplemental appropriation.
Okay, so supplemental appropriations allocating 500,000 from the appropriated balance of the 20% Development Fund of calendar year 2022-2023 for the CPMS, the remaining 100,000 balance from the prior year's appropriated balance of 600,000 be appropriated instead tax mapping of the current year.
Honorable Abelgas said updating the 100,000 program is unnecessary because it is intended for tax mapping.
Yeah, the budget will remain and there's no need to reallocate.
Yes, no.
Can I request Honorable Abelgas to proceed with the approval of the second reading?
Yes, Mr. Chair. I move that the said motion ordinance be approved.
Okay, there is a motion by Honorable Abelgas, duly seconded by Honorable Husay. Any questions or clarifications? Hearing none, the motion is approved. Majority Leader.
Mr. Chair, item number 6 is an ordinance renaming 3 unnamed streets at the San Cristobal Public Market and Transport Terminal area referred to the Committee of Laws and Legal Matters.
Committee for public hearing.
Majority Leader.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. Next item, under number 7, comprehensive municipal organic ordinance institutionalizing, promoting, conserving, developing, and protecting natural resources. Refer to the Committee on Agriculture.
Still, Your Honor, on the committee and call for public hearing.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. Item number 8, a resolution requesting the Department of Education, Prosperidad del Sur Division, to convert Maria Clara Central Elementary School in Barangay San Isidro to Maria Clara Integrated School, referred to Committee on Education. Mr. Chair, Honorable Dilatori and Honorable Mariano wishes to be recognized.
Thank you, Majority Leader. Before we recognize Honorable Mariano, Honorable Dilatori, you are recognized.
Mr. Chair, this is just a point of inquiry. I am curious about this matter. I want to request the ruling of the chair for this item.
Okay, before we proceed, I would like to ask any member of this esteemed body. We are still in the committee report, and I suggest that the said item should be approved first at the committee level. And for the second reading. Later on, we can move on the second reading. Honorable Mariano, you are now recognized.
Considering the urgency of the initiative, as we already learned from the resources person with the district supervisor of San Cristobal, Mr. Chair, I move that the motion of Honorable Abelgas push through and instead be a joint motion of October.
Mr. Chair. Yes.
Yes, Honorable Fabian.
Mr. Chair, so we base our invitation to him to this question. So the Committee Chair of Education must submit a committee report first. Is it still necessary to open one?
As a presiding officer, there's no need to submit a committee report. Mainly because the visitor has already attended in our session with this esteemed body, and the questions were already received by Sir Cañete, who happens to be the district supervisor in charge in Barangay San Isidro Elementary School in San Cristobal.
Salamat, Mr. Chair.
The Majority Leader.
Mr. Chair, Honorable Mariano wishes to be recognized.
Honorable Mariano is recognized.
Mr. Chair, for item number 8, I move for the resolution of a previous mission last session, including the August body for this approval. Mr. Chair.
It's a joint motion.
Okay, there is a joint motion approving the resolution requesting the Department of Education, Prosperidad del Sur, to convert Maria Clara Elementary School in Barangay San Isidro to Maria Clara Integrated School, duly seconded by all members of this body. Therefore, the said items will be approved. The Majority Leader.
Okay, Mr. Chair. Let's proceed to item number 9, review of barangay ordinance providing for a renewal of barangay La Paz, San Cristobal, Prosperidad del Sur. Refer to Committee on Finance and Appropriations. The said item will remain in the committee level. Also, we would like to request our representative from this barangay to appear at this office the following Monday after the session for a committee meeting. Thank you. The next item, Mr. Chair, is the resolution authorizing the municipal mayor to sign a memorandum of agreement with the provincial government of Prosperidad del Sur for the implementation of community-based monitoring system or SBMS. Refer to the Committee on Finance and also Committee on Ways and Means. Anyone who wishes to comment on this, the item will remain Mr. Chair, let's proceed to the unfinished business.
Yes, Majority Leader, can you read the unfinished business in plenary?
Mr. Chair, first item, request of the IBDC to the local Sangguniang to review the local public transport route plan 2022-2024 of the municipality of San Cristobal. Does anyone wish to comment? Mr. Chair, Honorable Mariano wishes to be recognized.
Yes, Honorable Mariano, you are recognized.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. We have scheduled for a committee hearing this afternoon, Mr. Chair.
The item is still in the committee level. Majority Leader.
Let's proceed the item number 2, Mr. Chair. Resolution authorizing the municipal mayor, Honorable Uday, sir, to enter into a memorandum of agreement with the Anti-Red Tape Authority or the ARTA, represented herein by its Director General Secretary Genesis Sagbisal, sir. Anyone from the members? As the members agreed with our visitors present earlier, said item will remain at the committee level. Mr. Chair, can you refer to the Information Committee?
Yes, thank you, Majority Leader. That's a good suggestion. In our next regular session, I suggest that the said item will remain at the committee level and refer to the appropriate committee, which is the Committee on Communication and Information. Thank you, Majority Leader. Business for the day, the second reading, Majority Leader.
Mr. Chair, the first item is the resolution that has been prepared by Honorable Husay regarding the 7S. We will request our Madam Secretary to read the title for proper disposal location.
Mr. Chair, the title of the resolution is Resolution number 221 series of 2024, supplemental appropriation allocating 500,000 fund for CBMS.
Thank you, Madam Secretary. We are still in the second reading. Therefore, the said item will be subjected to questions, deliberations, and objections. Said item is now ready for deliberation. Anyone who wishes to question, just raise your hand.
Mr. Chair.
Yes, Honorable Mariano.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. I move to approve this CBMS ordinance, Mr. Chair.
There is a motion by Honorable Mariano to approve such measure. An appropriation ordinance duly seconded by Honorable Makatulak. Is there any questions or clarifications? Hearing none, the said motion for approval of the appropriation ordinance is approved. Item number 2, a resolution requesting the Department of Education, Prosperidad del Sur, Division to convert Maria Clara Elementary School in Barangay San Isidro to Maria Clara Integrated School. Said item is in the second reading. Ms. Anticristo is ready to accept for deliberation. Yes, Honorable Mariano is recognized.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. Since the resource person has been invited and due to the urgency of this matter and certified urgent and necessary by our mayor, I move to approval of third and final reading of the said matter.
Thank you, Honorable Mariano. There is a motion of Honorable Mariano to approve a specific agenda which is titled Resolution requesting the Department of Education, Prosperidad del Sur, Division to convert Maria Clara Elementary School in Barangay San Isidro to Maria Clara Integrated School. Seconded by Honorable Husay. Okay, stand corrected. There is a joint motion of the body, duly seconded by all. Therefore, there is no objection and the said motion is now approved. Thank you, and I want to remind all of you that the said items approved earlier will not go through the three reading principles since the item are certified urgent and necessary by our local chief executive. That's all. Thank you. We only have one item on the third reading and final reading. the supplemental appropriation ordinance that was read by our Madam Secretary earlier, the chair is now open and ready to accept any motion or approval for the third reading and final reading. Any motion? May I request the Vice Chair Committee on Appropriation to make proper motion for the approval.
Mr. Chair, I move to approve the resolution of financial of CBMS for third and final reading. So I move, Mr. Chair.
Thank you, Honorable Atugak. There is a motion by Honorable Atugak and to be seconded by Honorable Fabian to approve a specific appropriation or ordinance for the implementation of the community-based monitoring system or the CBMS. The motion is hereby authorized. Majority Leader.
Mr. Chair, since all business has been approved, we will proceed to the announcement.
Okay, any announcement? Yes, Honorable Mariano, you are recognized.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. Good morning, everyone. I have a daycare worker who would like to express their concerns. Firstly, regarding their salary. They receive only 2,000 pesos per month. The barangay provides them with around 80 to 100 pesos per their teaching materials, and they have to go to the barangay every day. Even if the barangay give them an additional 1,500 pesos, it's still 300 pesos short. They will like to discuss this matter here. Secondly, they are job order workers and are currently not receiving any salary, Mr. Chair.
Mr. Chair?
Yes.
The daycare workers only receive compensation for 1 hour and will get 2,000 pesos from the municipality. However, the amount depends on the barangay, and that's their total compensation, even though they conduct classes for 1 hour. In the barangay, they have an allocation for 10 months, but they don't receive any funding for 2 months.
Mr. Chair, Honorable Mariano, please.
Yes, Honorable Mariano, you are recognized.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. Perhaps it would be good to consider that as a manifestation. If acceptable, the district body can assist during the privilege hour rather than included in the announcements.
No, earlier I couldn't attend because I had a class.
So let's include in the privilege hour. Perhaps necessary documents need to discuss and it falls under the privilege hour.
That's fine. We could include it in the privilege hour. You mentioned it earlier, but I couldn't attend because I had a class.
Yes, because you could not attend, you couldn't catch up as mentioned in our minutes. Honorable Kawatin, are you ready to pass a resolution or ordinance?
Mr. Chair, it will be brought to the Committee on Education then.
Okay. May I ask the chairman of the Committee on Education what actions can be taken? Okay, Honorable Mariano and Honorable Kawale earlier suggested regarding our daycare workers. If they want to bring their concerns about their compensations to the Sangguniang Bayan, it seems they want an increase. What possible ways can we assist them? And I asked the proponent if it could be done through a resolution or ordinance, and she suggested that I refer it to your committee. What's your suggestion? Perhaps we can discuss this with the mayor to explore the inclusive of their honorarium.
Mr. Chair, it depends on the mayor since there is a budget for 2023.
Perhaps I suggest to the proponent that they will create a written request to be submitted to the mayor's office for this purpose. And while the LGU, especially the mayor, may entertain verbal requests, it is more effective to have a written appeal. This way, we can address appropriately and serve as a formal record. Any other announcements? Having none, any motion for adjournment? Majority Leader.
I move with the adjournment, Mr. Chair.
I second the motion.
Is there any objection? Hearing none, the session is adjourned until January 23.